This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com. This show is brought to you by Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza. Production services by Sidekick Media Services. And listeners like you, supporting us at patreon.com/AwesomeCast.
I'm getting awesome, you're getting awesome, we're getting awesome, yeah, that's what I said now. I'm getting awesome, you're getting awesome, we're getting awesome, yeah, that's what I said. Nightmares, I don't care, I love it.
It's time to get geeky, get awesome. It is the AwesomeCast. I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on the Twitter here in the Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where you're talking geeky things with you. With me tonight, solo. I don't know. We might have some people jumping in here in a little bit. I don't know. It's just one of those. I missed a message to see somebody wasn't going to make it a few hours ago. So, but back with us. And the only time this month I think she can come in on the show is Katie. The Dudders is with us. Yay. So tonight we get all the social media stuff out of the way, right?
Yes. Let's talk about all the social media.
I don't think I have any.
Like
I don't think I put any social media into the rundown, unfortunately.
Perfect.
We got through. We did.
We'll
all
make it
of
up as we go along.
We did all of it last week. You missed the Chatterbait video streaming. You missed the dating daddy game. You missed a lot of stuff that last week. So. But that would have been like the perfect you material. On top of Facebook went down. I don't think we even covered that last week. So we could do it now, to be honest. So sure. Why not, right? But we're going to get into awesome things. And of course, please check out at AwesomeCast.com. Message us, email us at AwesomeCast@sorgatronmedia.com. Who emails podcasts anymore? Seriously. Tweet us at AwesomeCast. Do you? I don't know. And of course, Facebook AwesomeCast and the great AwesomeCast group going on over there if Facebook exists. That on your day that you're trying. Also, you can follow us. We do have a YouTube channel. We are live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern on Facebook, on the YouTube page, and on the Sorgatron Media Twitch page. And I keep forgetting the AwesomeCast Twitter page. And we got so I have a new toy that hopefully will be an awesome thing of the week if anybody starts chatting on the other platforms, and I know that it works. So if you are on the other platforms, we are better looking at the other chat rooms that are not Facebook. So we encourage you, if you are checking us out on those other platforms, drop a chat in. We're going to keep an eye out and respond to your comments accordingly on Twitch, YouTube, and I believe this supports the chatting on Twitter. I don't know. Is there a chat room on Twitter? I think it's basically Periscope over there, right? So I'm distributing, but I'm not consuming much because I don't know anybody else that live streams on Twitter, to be quite honest. So it doesn't come up in my feed. But anyways, everybody's just doing what was it, Twitter Spaces, right? So that's that's what's happening there. And of course, giving a shout out to our friends at postindustrial.com, helping share the Awesome Cast. And please subscribe to the show on your favorite podcast provider. Please rate and review the Awesome Cast. Make sure it's the one from Pittsburgh, because I think some other people have used that name as well. And also, you can follow the Sorgatron Media master feed that gets this Fishing Without Bait, the Wrestling Mayhem Show, family of shows, and there's another show that we do. Oh, Bardic Mystery Tour is a part of that as well. So go check that out for all the geekery out of Pittsburgh. Thank you to our Patreon supporters. They're helping keep the service up and the lights on. More literally than you know. Coffee Club level, Matt Weller, John DeGore, John Carmen, Cynthia Klosky, Scott McTaggart, and Mike Pound. And at the fan of the show level, our friends Michael Fedor, Professor Buzzkill, and Dave Podnar of the iPhoneography podcast. You guys can support the show at patreon.com/awesomecast. So let's get into our awesome things of the week. And do we have did anybody hop in? Do we have another?
Yes.
Who's here? Who's here?
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Krause is with us. Hello, sir.
How's it going? Last minute edition.
Yes, thank you for hopping in here. You were the chiller
Called the
replacement.
bullpen.
Crazy
Yeah,
Krause
that's the
is
word.
with here. He's one of our geeky tech gurus there. Are you winded? Are you just breathing on the mic? Did you run up I don't know if you're in an attic or a basement.
I'm in the basement.
You ran down the stairs like, I got an awesome cast to do.
Yeah.
Hold my calls. So how you doing, Ron?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Well, since you were good enough to come on the show on such short notice, what is your awesome thing of the week here?
My awesome thing of the week is I, for some stupid reason, decided to start playing video games on Twitch.
Okay, all right.
So I've live streamed a couple times now, and it's interesting. I haven't had a whole lot of interaction with anyone yet, but I'm playing an older video game. I'm still a Halo guy. I like Halo. I like Halo 5. So I still play that online. I'll probably play some other newer stuff when some things come out that I care about. But at the moment, you'll probably see me on there playing Halo 5. So.
Well, I just followed you from indie wrestling at least.
Nice.
Because that's what I was logged into. So I'm gonna have to get you on the other accounts. But that's the one on my phone, so that works out.
Yeah.
So awesome. So. How is the experience setting it up being a first timer? And have you had any interaction yet happening?
Well, I've had a couple friends pop on and just
nice.
say hello.
Yeah.
But that's about it. I've had 40 some viewers so far. Now I am not keeping my streams up once I'm done with them.
Okay.
I'm thinking that I might start editing them because they're long. And if nobody's on, it's not like I'm really having a conversation or anything.
No. Yeah, I've always been interested in how do you get that going? How do I get person there? And then somebody shows up and you don't notice, you're not interacting with them. I mean, that's the biggest thing with Twitch is because I've noticed this on things where we're doing shows like this. They'll drop in, and if you don't acknowledge them and say hi, and not that, and I feel like in certain content like this or a wrestling show, you're not going to do that. And I think there's an expectation to you say hi in a chat room and somebody says your name. That's what draws people in, right? It's very
I would agree with
full-on
you.
interactive. So right.
And they do have tools because right now I don't have a video capture device, which very soon I've watched a couple YouTube videos because that's where we go for information these days is YouTube. Of course. And I found a $45 capture device. So it's like an Elgato, but we'll see. Yeah.
I have a $12 one that I've used. So it's actually it's what we used to use to bring the feed back into you guys for Zoom.
Okay.
So remember when we did it, but it was like all kind of washed out. So before we started using NDI out of our outputs here, no, I'd be interested to see how that goes because I got a Camlink 4K that's like it was $130. So and I seem to misplace my Elgato HD60. So yeah, it's a little black device, and that just is probably in the corner of a drawer that is also a black drawer. So it's gone. It just disappeared into the void, apparently. So I have a problem with that. So
yes. So like I said, so right now what I'm using is Twitch provides an Xbox app.
Yes.
So you start the stream from your Xbox with the camera. Although I've been having a little issue. I've had it twice now where I've had to restart the Xbox to get the camera to actually start working.
Okay.
But so it takes the camera and then the headset you're using on your controller, and you can tell it whether to broadcast the game chat, like team chat, or just you. And it's because it's weird because I'm talking, but yet so it's going to Twitch and it's going to the game. So that I'll have to change eventually too. I got to buy a mic. I guess.
I think it's good if you do. So if you're just using your headset, I think it's good to turn that on if you're like, hey, I'm playing Rocket League with my buddies. And then you can bring that, because we've done that before with Twitch. But I mean, I was in on like GeForce Now and had it hooked into a computer. But then I get on with the guys and we're playing a thing, and you see my angle of it. But you know, you're hearing the conversation we're all having, because it was over Discord, and I just plugged all that in on the same computer into another computer. So yeah,
so that probably, you're right. That's so that if I was playing with some buddies, that would be a good idea, because then you get all the context and not just my side of it.
Oh, absolutely.
But the nice part is Twitch gives you this stream management in their on client. So on my PC, so the way I'm set up here, this big screen I use for my video game playing, and then I have the Twitch console down below. So it if somebody would start chatting, I see it right away, because it's literally right there below the other screen. So that's been working, but eventually I would like to just bring it all into the PC and then broadcast it out through that capture device. So we'll see how that capture device does, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, that's been the biggest thing for me, is because I wanted to, much with everything, like what I do with the studio, like I want to sit down and do the setup we need to do for. I don't want to have to hook everything up and everything. And that's been a big barrier for me. I use the app like you, but I am a lot of times lazy, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to stream to Twitch. I'm not going to go dig out my headset because it's probably upstairs in the office, or I'm not going to set up a webcam on a tripod because I want it the right angle, so I'm not showing the mess in the corner or whatever, right? So,
but trust me, this office you should see my ceiling. It's a mess.
Right, exactly. So I'm trying to set up in the office like an easy way to do that. And then the laptop's there. That's why I reinforced with an Eero to get better internet up there, because I don't like to, but we're gonna have to do it on Wi-Fi just because of the nature of the situation in the house. So I think there's a lot of it's whatever lowers that barrier. It's like, I just want to play games. Oh, and I'll turn on Twitch and be on Twitch. Sure, kind of thing. So, but that's been that's been tough to get to that point. So, but no, I'm glad you're on there. So, we got to. My brother was just in here for Extra Life, and I'm just like, we really got to get together and play some games here.
If nothing else, just even playing some Rocket League sounds like fun.
Rocket League's the easiest thing to get into, right? Because everybody knows it. Everybody can get into it quickly. It's free on every platform, right? So, but yeah, absolutely. So, well, Katie, what is your awesome thing of the week before I bring it back around to video games?
Yeah. So I don't. We were having this conversation before the show started, where we think it's an iOS update that we can now. I finally got to use my 13 Pro because I haven't seen any of you, but I did get it, and I do love it very, very much. And this whole thing where like you're taking a picture. Oops, I'm on a panoramic for whatever reason. But like if you hold it up and there's some words, like even if they're in the middle of something, this little box pops up in the corner, and it looks like little lines, and it does it, and then it like finds the words like this, and then you can either airdrop them to yourself. You copy them, you can airdrop them, which I did earlier today because I'm updating a website for a couple friends, and they had a brochure, and instead of having to retype this whole brochure of paragraphs that they wanted on the web, information that they wanted on the website that was on their brochure, I used my phone and I shared it and just copied and pasted it into the website like magic. And it was such a great time saver. And it was just like, oh, this is going to be good later. Because I think there's been so many points where I want to remember things, so I take pictures of them, but being able to just like copy and like share it that way is going to be really exciting to me.
Absolutely, and I shared a document. We'll link to this in the notes. Pulled up a Mac Rumors where there's the how to use live text is what it's called. Use live text to copy and paste text from photos. So there's a little bit there on Mac Rumors. So if you guys want to read up on it a little bit, but I mean it's pretty like basically if you're taking a picture. A thing pops up and it looks like a little text thing, like for like a copy and paste kind of thing. So it's really nice. It's really nice. I was telling you, I'm like, yes, I am aware of this. I do believe it's an iOS 15 thing, not necessarily a phone thing. I imagine it's supported on older phones, but I haven't tried it. I feel like I saw the thing on it on my 8 Plus before I upgraded. But yeah, so I used it to pull the password off of the side of my modem because we got a new FiOS modem a few weeks ago. Because hey, if you watch the show and notice that we've been having some problems with like Zoom and the show dropping off, hopefully we fixed that with a new modem now. But generally, yeah, it was really easy to kind of pull that over. And it's like, cool, I don't have to type this thing out, right? So I'm interested to see what other applications we're going to come across as we go. It just feels like a work that brochure thing is going to be insanely helpful, right? So OCR, that's what they used to call it, OCR, right? When you like scan something on your scanner and it comes through.
Yes, we're so fancy now.
Yes.
We just do it.
Yes, we are.
Back in our day.
Well, hey, actually, while we're on that, can we talk about a little about your experience? Because we took you on, you went with me on a business trip, and as a photographer, and I thought it was funny because I felt like you were using your phone as much as your professional camera, and granted, you also have, like you said, the iPhone Pro, 13 Pro, so you have like the highest end camera that an iPhone can provide. What do you feel about your experience? I haven't seen these photos yet, actually. So how do you feel about that experience? How did they compare? Have you been able to go through a lot of those yet?
Well, it was interesting, and I think one of the things I pointed out with you, we did some photos outside, and I'm used to just like I don't know if it's because, like I said, I went from the X to this. I was grabbing photos outside, and the sky was very blue, but I was taking pictures of the folks in front of this blue sky, but my phone kept wanting to focus on the beautiful blue sky.
Yeah.
So everybody in the foreground was dark, and so I was like, oh wait, this isn't what I wanted. and like I didn't realize what was happening till later, which was fine, but it was just like, oh wait, this isn't what I was hoping was happening with these photos. Because a lot of times I was just like, I was paying more attention to my DSLR versus my phone, and I was just kind of like doing stuff with it, and I didn't realize till later what was going on. And like, I'm gonna have to physically, okay, I want to focus on the people, I'm gonna do that, and please don't focus on the pretty background. I know it's pretty, you want to look at it, but no, phone. And I also was able to get some pretty good video that you were able to use in the recap video using my phone and my new gimbal, which was hilarious to watch. I picked up a gimbal from Amazon. I should probably share everybody which one I got. Maybe I'll be my awesome thing next time I come back.
There you go.
But
in a month from now.
I got it. Yeah, in a month from now. I'll tell you about my new gimbal. Maybe I'll know how to use it. But if you've ever used a gimbal, like a handheld gimbal before, you're getting used to it, and especially when there's there's different settings and stuff. A lot of times you're doing this thing where you're like, I'm gonna record this cool thing, and all of a sudden the phone just goes like goes forward, like. And it was really fun watching the college students that I was taking videos of, just kind of noticing that I was really new, because we literally got there and I was like, let's give this thing a go. And but got some good stuff that you were able to use.
No, absolutely. So I kind of by default, when I do these events, do a very on sticks, on tripod kind of shooting for it, because I'm used to everything around me is moving, so the camera shouldn't. Is my philosophy. And this was more of a people event for the moving event later. All my stuff's on sticks. Plus, I was doing whatever footage I could because we were doing a live stream for the event as well for 2 days. So my concentration was a little split, so I'm very thankful that you did take some extra footage. So basically anything that moves in this video that we'll release, it's still waiting on approval. I show a little bit of it. That's all Katie, and it's fantastic. And it adds so much to it, especially since I was worried about this being an entirely boring video because of not to call out the subject matter, but it's not Baja racing, guys, right? So, but I think with that, I think we, between the interviews that we captured and everything, I think we put together a pretty good video between the two of us. And I can't wait to check the photos out as well when I get a chance here. So I think it's really cool, and was that a DJI or that was a different brand? Well, but just to throw it out there, and we can talk about more at length later.
Ooh, you know what? That's not it, but I can pull it up on my Amazon because it was a good deal on Amazon.
There you go. So that's a fun one. So my awesome thing of the week is kind of a twofer. It's so I started playing Avengers because in solidarity last week, my brother was in here for Extra Life doing it for charity. They do a studio takeover for a little bit. So I know you raised well over $100 for Children's Hospital over that. So I'm like, well, I'm going to play some video games too. So I pulled up my xCloud Game Pass on my computer here. And on my work computer, and just started playing. I was like, okay, let's play some stuff. And Avengers had just come out on Game Pass, so let's give that a shot. And I'm playing this. I'm like, wow, this game looks really good. And I'm playing along, playing the story mode. I love it. Not to get, I don't think I get too spoiled on this, but the initial story actually focuses a lot on Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan, if you're familiar with that character. One of my favorite new characters in Marvel Comics that I've read over the last several years. Really excited to see that the new series is coming out, but it's really focused on her for it. So I had a lot of fun with that. Great story going through it so far. And so I'm playing it, and then I'm realizing, and then I saw the story pop up. I'm like, wait a minute, and then I pull it up on another platform, and it says, it has the Series SX logos on it. I'm like, okay, but it still lets me download it on my original Xbox One. So I'm like, okay, I'm having some trouble still at home. It's getting a little stuttery when I'm plugged into the Ethernet, and I'm still stuttering playing the games on my laptop, right? So I'm like, okay, I'll download this. It's only 80 gigs only. It's only 80 gigs, and sorry, I was getting a call. And so I downloaded it, and then I actually remoted into my Xbox to play it up, and while I was getting ready to go to bed, and I'm like, where'd these load screens come from? There's no loading when I'm playing this on xCloud, and I realized it's because I'm on a Series X, and you have that like long load time like an Assassin's Creed game. For a while, and they're like moving 3D models of all the Avengers and everything. So yeah, so you're playing Series X on there. Your load times are probably ridiculous on there. Hades was another game that's out, a great kind of dungeon crawler game that I've been enjoying over the last month or so. I've been playing that mostly on the cloud, and then I went to play it on my Xbox, and I'm like, oh, this is taking a while. So I know, Krause, you don't know what I'm talking about because you actually have a Series X.
Yeah, I have a Series X. And I did play that game, the Avengers game. I probably got a few hours into it so far, and I'm enjoying it too. And it was funny because I talked to Chilla about it, and he said, I get to a point where I start having trouble knowing what to do next.
Yeah.
And I kind of get what he's saying now, because when he first said it to me, I was like, I don't know, because I was still kind of in that whole story mode part.
Yeah. It's pretty linear. I'm up through. I just found Hulk, I'll say, in the story.
Okay.
So I'm probably still early in the story, actually.
Yeah, you are still very early in the story.
Yeah.
But it's a great game, and I was gonna say I don't get any load times. So
yeah.
But I'm spoiled, I guess.
Yeah, you're spoiled. But at least I got the cloud, I guess. Oh yeah, the cloud. So
the cloud will fix all your problems.
The cloud will fix all my problems. But unfortunately, my Wi-Fi doesn't always support what's going on. It's still astonishing because I started doing this again because at my house I'm like, well, this isn't working on my Wi-Fi. Let's turn off the Wi-Fi on my phone, and it's working over 2 bars of 5G.
Wow.
Mostly it'll work for a while, and then it starts stuttering a little bit, but still that's pretty impressive. I wish I had more 5G at my house, or I just use that for at least this function, right? So,
well, in the world, I don't know about where you live, but here in Stowe, Verizon's putting poles up all over the place.
Yeah. I mean, I know my pole's like right at the next hill over in Banksville Park. I can,
Yeah,
I take a walk by it all the time. But it's just you know, between that, I mean, I'm on top of the hill over here, and I have I keep forgetting where my bars are on this new phone. Yeah, I got 2 bars here on top of the hill in Beachview. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't. It's enough to do stuff. Like, I'm not, you know, having trouble unloading stuff. So, you know, with anything, it's ridiculous. I did a speed check down on Sawmill Run, and I was like, oh, 140 down. That's nice. So.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and it was just like a random, like I was in the car and just like, we're at this light. Let's see what my speed test is. You know, down at, I think we were like Crane and Sawmill, like not too far from the end of Liberty Tunnel. So, anyways, so there's that. Yeah, so that's there. The dream is real. But I just feel like unless you have the perfect conditions in your home networking situation, like it's still such a, like it's not as forgiving. Like still, I go by the most forgiving on internet is Stadia. Like, seriously, if you want a good streaming experience, Stadia is the thing, right? I would not give them a lot of money because I don't think they're going to be around for too long. GeForce Now is second in reliability. And again, that's you buy your games on Epic or Steam, and then, you know, hopefully they're on the service and you log in with your thing and you have access to their computer to play it on, kind of thing. It's really nice. I enjoy it. I like it. I like what's happening with it. I don't like that a lot of the games are missing that used to be on it. I love it for it to come back so I can play Arkham Asylum because it looks better on that than it does my 2018 MacBook Pro, which it seems bonkers to me. In boot camp, so pure Windows, but still, like the Radeon in there doesn't hold up to what was going on. Like, and I was playing that steady. I played hours of that thing before they took it down, Warner Brothers. But that's doing better. Electronic Arts came back to the fold, and they're putting a whole bunch of games on GeForce Now. So I'm hoping more companies come. I think this is going to be a non-issue in like another year or so with GeForce Now. Just you're just going to have your stuff on it, maybe for the most part, but. Anyways, except for maybe like Microsoft or something. You know what I'd love to do is log in with my Game Pass on GeForce Now. Can we just make that happen? I mean, NVIDIA's in the Xboxes, right? Or is it AMD? I can't remember. I feel like AMD got everything. I can't
remember either.
I feel like AMD's everywhere, right? So, he's going to check on that. So you check on that, and I want to let people know about our wonderful sponsor that helps us out when people are in studio, whenever that might happen again. Slice on Broadway, New York City style, Yinzer made, Beachview, Carnegie, East End, North Hills. Oh, Katie, don't let me forget to order a Slice on Broadway before we leave tomorrow, because I need to take one to New York. I was told to bring one to New York for our friend Mad Mike from the Wrestling Mayhem Show. We're going to see him this week for his year later wedding reception, post-COVID wedding reception. So that's going to be fun. So I need to bring him a pizza tomorrow to New York from Pittsburgh. I'm bringing a New York City style Yinzer made pizza to New York. So, good, because I think I was going to forget that one. But upstate New York, not New York City, but still. Hey, this guy lived in the Bronx for like 5 or 6 years or something, and so he knows New York City pizza, and he's had this here locally, not after driving it to 6 hours away like we're going to tomorrow, but gives it the stamp of approval. Go check it out. Check out our friends sliceonbroadway.com, and thank you to them for supporting the show. Krause, did you get an answer on that for me?
Yeah, I'm looking. It says it's an equivalent. It doesn't give you a name.
No.
It just says what it's equivalent to.
It says the brand, though, right? Like, I think they're PowerPC chips for the CPU, but I think the GPU is AMD, if I'm not mistaken. Like, it used to be NVIDIA. The original Xbox...
It says you can consider it an AMD RX 580 or a GeForce GTX 1060.
No, that's just equivalence. That's not. So wait, does
right.
it have neither? Is it all
the actual name of it?
Is it all PowerPC or something like hardware specs? Are you on this IGN article?
What was I on?
Hold on.
That was just that was not on the IGN article.
internals. I got an internals over here. Hold on a second. Hold on. So the Xbox One is powered by an AMD Jaguar accelerating processor, an APU they're calling it. It's a quad something x86. Okay, at 1.7 gigahertz. I believe this is the original Xbox. 8 gigabytes of RAM.
Yeah, you gotta look for 1X.
Why are we doing this again? Why am I looking this up again?
Because you wanted to know.
Oh, because see if they had a good relationship with NVIDIA. Hold on, I gotta look at this closer over. It's really small text. Apparently, I'm getting old and need bifocals. Hold on, I can't see nothing.
Oh, speaking of glasses, I got a new pair.
None of this makes sense. Did you get the Facebook glasses?
No, I just got real new glasses.
Oh, okay. You got old school new glasses. I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Real glasses.
Very nice.
There you go.
Thank you.
the not privacy problematic ones. Have you looked at those? Both of you, have you looked at the Facebook specs or whatever they're called these days? And would you? I mean, you have to worry about your face not booting because Facebook's down. But other than that,
Yeah.
so,
No.
no, it's not
They get
happening.
nothing else.
We're all glasses
Yeah, I
wearers.
don't think
Come
so.
on, no. So okay. Here's a question then. So we got that. We got Snap has spectacles. If a company, Google, anybody else, put out a Google Glass, Snap spectacles, whatever they call the Facebook thing, type glasses, and they're looking more like regular, like they don't stick out too much with the cameras and everything now, right? Especially those Facebook ones, right? And that's what I think we were waiting for. Like if you had something that you could build a little bit thing in here, and I don't know if it's going to have a display. I think we're mostly talking about cameras these days. Would you consider it? Do you want tech in your glasses? And if so, which company would you like to see it from?
Okay, this is going to sound completely ridiculous.
And by the way, if you're on the audio, we're all wearing glasses right now. So we're all in the zone.
Yeah, we're all glass.
Yes.
But I think I would prefer a chip in my head
What?
than something on my glasses.
Well, I mean, this is the stopgap. You know that, right? Like this is the step into. Right?
Yeah.
So we're like, oh, we're used to having on your face. You're used to have on your watch and in your pocket. Now let's just put it right here.
Yeah, I would do that way sooner than just because the whole glasses thing. I don't want to mess with my glasses.
There you go.
This is what I used to see. I can't see without them.
So let me break down your quote for this episode. Hi, Crazy Krause will accept optional elective brain surgery over Facebook glasses. Got it.
Yeah, I would. Seriously, I would.
So,
but imagine being connected to the internet.
Yes.
24/7, 365. Like.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
Wait.
Ask that question, Sorg. 1 second. Oh, there's the answer.
Actually, aren't we already? I mean, aren't we?
Yeah, I
aren't
guess
we
we
already?
are. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, I can ask two ladies in a box over here.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Google. I don't have a lady in the box. I just want to make sure that quote doesn't get out of hand. But I do have the internet in a box. But that one doesn't talk to me. It gives me the cold treatment. But yeah, I mean, I feel like you already have a persistent internet bubble where you go, right? You know, like it's everything but in your brain at this point. So I don't know if maybe you're not a watch wearer in the glasses. Like to me, the glasses to the watch made so much sense. It was like, oh, everything I loved about the glasses I could do on my Pebble and my Apple Watch, right? So like that like weirdly that was the entrance for me for wrist technology. Katie, what's your stance on elective brain surgery?
Oh, no, you can ask me about what I want the fancy glasses.
Yeah, but I was just kind of getting ahead on the conversation. So,
but no, because then I can just take mine off and go whoop and show you how like I broke the side of my glasses.
Oh,
so I can't be trusted with anything
and you
more
wear
exciting than regular glasses.
And you
I can't even trust it with wire frames.
You do wear contacts as well, so I mean, you're not an all the time glasses wearer. But if you had some, like, so okay, other than you're like me with phones, where I have to have a rough and tumble thing that I never know what this phone looks like. You know, that whole idea is like I pull my 8 Plus and it's still pristine because I've had it in an OtterBox for the last 3 years, right? And it looks like a brand new phone. So, like, what would the glasses have to provide for you to want to wear them more, I suppose, other than
Ooh.
the gift of sight?
The gift of sight. I don't know. Like it's hard because like I would if it was just a camera. That's the only thing I want. I don't want any more connection to the internet.
Okay.
If it was a contact lens for viewing and accessing information, maybe I'd do that.
See,
I just don't want the camera. The camera is what bothers me.
Right, and it's weird that now Facebook has the one that's only the camera, right? So
yeah,
I want the
camera
one.
is what bothers me.
The one thing I loved about the Glass was you get the notifications, and there was an audio thing because it was that bone conducting thing.
Right.
So you had the audio coming through and Google talking to you without anybody else hearing it. Like, that seemed really cool. No, Google, I'm not talking to you.
Don't say your name too loud.
Jeez,
So I do. Actually, I take it back. Now I want something in my glasses because I freaking had to change fuses in the Jeep. And I don't know if you've ever changed car fuses, like the ones for your radio and your charger and your whatever, your cigarette port thingy you do, or whatever they call it now, where you charge things from. And like up and underneath, I'm trying to like balance and like try to get up and underneath these because I get why they do this because they don't want you to do it yourself. Like with the flashlight. And then I'm having to keep like, okay, I'm holding the flashlight up. And now I'm like pulling up my phone. I'm like, what number is it again? Like, which one am I looking for again? So yeah, for specific tasks, I now want it.
Okay.
Give it to
okay.
me.
So yeah, you went, and that's what they ended up using Google Glass for because it became industrialized, right? So it is going to like plants where it's like, okay, you have the information right here because your hands are full with dangerous equipment, So
danger.
Yeah. So it's like it made a lot of sense in those situations. So it did and it probably may still be in use in some function. Now, or they've gone on to a more corporate version of it because we found these like there's like a bunch of Android based like glasses, Google Glass kind of knockoff kind of situations, right? Yeah, I think I don't know. I think there's going to be a version. I feel like obviously they were ahead of the curve. People weren't ready for it, but with the persistence of phones and cameras everywhere now, I think it's going to be less of a problem when somebody big comes around. I think the only reason there's a problem with the Facebook glasses is because it's Facebook right now, and because remember when Portal came out, we're like, do I want Facebook to have a camera? They already know so much about me. Right? Like that was the whole conversation about that, on top of, and that's before all the last week of what the hell are they doing and teenage girls on Instagram and stuff. So that probably came out weird, but,
yep. Lady in the Box, teenage girls on Instagram.
Oh boy.
Not show titles.
Not that one. Not that one. The elective brain surgery is definitely in the running though. All right, let's get back around to. I had some stuff in a document around here, right? There was at least one more video game story I wanted to touch on before we move on here. Yes, there is a Ninja Turtle. You know what? The story talks about the Spongebob Xbox One that is a contest along with the new Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl game that's coming out. But and they really kind of laid into this Ninja Turtle one and says it's really like lame and they just threw Leo's face on the front and they just threw some random stuff on the sides. I'm like, I don't care. It's got Leonardo on it. It's grimacing at me. It's an angry Xbox and there's a controller that goes with it. I'm in. Although I do appreciate that the SpongeBob one has hands on the side. So it just looks like a SpongeBob. And I get it, but so this is a contest. There's only one of each, I believe, and the second place one is the Ninja Turtles. I've never wanted the silver medal so bad, so I might have to enter this contest. So that's my thing. I wanted a Ninja Turtle Xbox. Actually, I was sad to see it wasn't for sale because that might have put me over the edge of like, I guess I'm going to have to get one. So, anyways, I don't know, Katie Krause, I mean, you have any take on these? I don't know, either of you SpongeBob fans, maybe?
I appreciate the artwork, and the controllers are great.
Mm-hmm. Can I get the controllers at least?
They should sell those controllers.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
But like my Xbox One X, I have it laying on its side, so that orientation wouldn't work for me. You know what I mean? It would be troublesome.
So you're just telling me SpongeBob would be tired all the time?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. I get it. I get it. Boy. Service SpongeBob size and stuff. I don't know if you noticed this because they're calling. This guy is whoever writes this article is very impressed with the attention to detail of the SpongeBob one. I think they're just a SpongeBob stan. But they're saying, look at this. Look at that controller. His eyes are the analog stick and the A button. I don't know. I think it looks weird. So they did not.
Actually, I thought that's one of the things I appreciated the most. Actually, I thought that was kind of a neat thing.
Maybe you got to be more of a SpongeBob
fan. Because the X button
fan.
is blue like his eyes.
That's true. That's true. Well, wait. No, but they lined it up with the A button, I thought.
Or the A button.
Yeah,
sorry.
they lined it up with the A button. There it is. So, I don't know. So, just a fun thing. I'm sorry. I'm on a big Ninja Turtles kick. I still need to crack into that 10 season DVD set I got. And the worst thing is I was looking at a 10-volume Real Ghostbusters one today. You have a problem, guys. Anyways, what else we got here? Podnar had a few things in the rundown. Dudders has a few things. Do we have any social media things we need to get to before we lose you for another 3 weeks?
No, I don't think so.
No.
No, I had a nap thing and a phone thing.
Yeah. Tell me about this map thing that's going on here, because Headspace seems to be bumping into a lot of stuff. There's something else they got attached to, like a podcast or something, I think. But
they have all kinds of things.
Yeah.
But they're going to be working with one of our favorites, Waze.
Yes.
I'll almost figure it out.
Oh,
We're at Waze. We're currently the Fraggle Rock edition, but now we can move on to the Headspace version. It's got a nice playlist because it's stressful being in traffic, and you can change your car into a hot air balloon that just floats along. So you're not in a car like we were, where it looked like the Dozer Mobile was just running over other Wazers, which was really funny.
By the way, did you appreciate when we had that rent-a-car a couple weeks ago, and it reflected on the CarPlay, the Fraggle Dozer? So.
Yeah, that was, I really appreciated that. Oh no. So I updated my Waze to see if it was there yet, if Headspace was there. Oh, there's Fraggles. Okay, sorry. I was like, I'd lost my Fraggles. I was like, no. They
do time out after a while. So no matter what, your person will disappear and turn into angry lady again. Has been my experience, at least. Yeah, so I'm getting the ad right there. Nope, you can't see it there. Maybe you can see it up here. But the drive with Headspace right there as an option. Hope I'm not showing any important logos. I think those are all businesses or addresses. So it's out there, and Cloud9. Let's go and switch that up to that. And Katie!
Look at us driving.
Katie, we got like a good road trip tomorrow. Should we drive with Headspace and see how that goes?
Oh yeah.
I mean.
Ooh, did you see the moods? We can be aware, open, right? Hopeful, joyful.
Hold on a second. There you go. There's your moods right there. There's your aware, open. Let me see if I can do this one-handed. There's a few options in there. There you go. I don't want to I already got rid of my zombie Waze guy that I've had for years, so I might have to get him back. So aware, open. Sorry, I'm looking at the things now. All right, we're gonna be playing with that. I already changed to the balloon.
Me too.
I'm really curious to hear. Hold on, we can do this. Hold on, we could get a little sample of this, I guess. Let me. We turned on. Did I turn on the? Okay, we're gonna turn on the guide. And then I'm going to set to go to, for some reason, I have Boston in here. Try to figure out how long it took to get to Boston for a potential thing in a few weeks. We're going to turn on our notifications. Okay. Oh, she didn't do anything. Hold on. Hold on.
Please stand by.
Please stand by. Please stand by.
Imagine the moment you passed your driver's test. Remember that feeling of freedom? The excitement of the open road.
Yes.
Use that beginner's mind to head out like you've got a fresh license in your pocket.
Now, I don't know about you, but when
we're not angry drivers, we're fresh drivers.
Scared shitless is my early experience. I don't know if that's good wondering why my dad's yelling at me for taking that left. That's my experience. So I don't know if that was a good placement, but all right, we'll give it a shot here. There you go. Let's see what else we got here. Let's see if we can get one or two of Dave Podnar's stories in here. First of all, we got an Apple event next week. And
is everybody ready to go out and buy their new laptops?
I'm keeping an eye on Mac Minis. I'm going on a laptop for now, but I am looking for what that roadmap is, right? So to me, the lack of boot camp rethinks how I'm going to buy hardware in the future. Okay. Because my laptop is a nice high-end laptop, and I've been using it for video streams on Windows for vMix. So I may have to start splitting hardware in a new way for my workflows. So So Sorg's going to start carrying around a MacBook Pro spec'd out with a spec'd out Windows computer too, because that's just what we're going to have to do now. We can't just buy one that handles both. So, I mean, okay.
That's kind of a bummer.
I get it. It's a bummer, but I'm also in the, I'm dealing with some 4K, and I'm not there that it's a problem, but I'm starting to see where the problems are going to come, right? I'm like, okay, that's getting a little sketchy and holding back there versus when I'm doing regular video. I may have to consider an upgrade, and sooner rather than later, for handling certain projects. Thankfully, we do a lot of live streaming and stuff. So, and this thing didn't pop up the way I wanted it to. But Dave, it was always great about exploring the AR features that happen, and he did so again here. And threw it in our AwesomeCast group on Facebook when it works. I need an alternative, by the way. I don't know. And this is another discussion entirely. I apologize. But I would love to hear your feedback, AwesomeCasters. Tweet us, group us, email us, DM me, whatever. I want to back up to our Facebook group, and we use Discord on Wrestling Mayhem Show. Would AwesomeCast listeners be interested in a Discord as an alternative to Facebook groups? Also, I know some people just don't have Facebook, so I want to be kind of receptive to that too. So, but that aside, without getting into it, and I finally loaded up. What's going on? It's giving me errors. Okay, we'll do this. Okay, so there's your new AR. I know the audio listeners are like, why are we taking so much time on this? But there's your it's like a field. It's like you're going at warp speed, and then the date pops up in your well, in his case, I guess his cubicle. Oh, it looks to see Dave's back to the office. Look at that. But anyways, so I don't know. So what's the word? So we're thinking laptops, right?
Yeah, I thought that's what this event they're expecting it to be, because obviously you never know until the actual. Well, it'll get leaked,
Oh yeah.
Just give another day or two, but
it's been a year since I believe the M1s were unveiled, right?
Right.
So we're expecting maybe an M1X is what I keep hearing about. No, and this is don't buy the first generation, look for the second. I'm kind of looking at a first generation device with the Mac Minis. But maybe it'll be an upgrade. Maybe it'll be a Mac Mini Pro, whatever the case may be, because, I'm looking for something for the desktop really bad. And I'm sure some people are kind of been holding off. So, I think I'm good for another couple of years with 2018. But, certainly some people are probably just like, yeah, when, you probably feel, unless you had like a reason to, probably feel a little nutty to buy an Intel MacBook Pro like within the last year. And that's all that's really been out there. So, yeah, but
I was gonna say you didn't get much of a choice otherwise.
No, you didn't. So, Katie, you've got a relatively new MacBook, right? No, wait, no, you don't even have USB-C actually. So, but you're not holding it together with Hello Kitty duct tape yet. Is the big thing.
Not yet. We're getting close. I'm at I have a MacBook Pro 13-inch early 2015.
Ooh, wow. Okay. So it's had some time. So, well, you're probably feeling a little bit of the crunch there.
Yes.
So, yeah. Yeah, I'll be interested to see where that goes. I'll be looking and seeing that performance and seeing the hands-ons, because like the stuff that's really got my attention when everybody got MacBook Airs and they're like, this thing blows away 4K Final Cut. I'm like, are you kidding me? An Air? A Mac Mini? Really? And
I was gonna say, well, let's be honest, Sorg. Based on the performance of the chip so far,
yeah,
whatever it is, everybody's gonna think it's amazing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like whatever, unless they completely whiff on this version of it, and they're like, oh, it's only Mac applications. I'm like, good, I'm a Final Cut user, so
yeah,
that's all we're doing. Good, make that run faster. I don't know, I know Photoshop's always a year behind on this stuff, so geez, we were using Rosetta with PowerPC Photoshop for like 3 years. So, like, I know that's the thing. But if you tell me half the programs I already use are going to run tremendous on this thing, then yeah, let's do it. Chrome was running native, so within like a month. So, I can deal with Photoshop. I can deal with Photoshop and a couple Adobe programs at that point. But so maybe you didn't get the new Mac iPhone. Maybe you don't have the 13. Maybe you're getting a little jealous at this iPhone 13 Pro's macro mode, and you'd love it on your older phone. Dave Podnar, iPhoneography Podcast, has a solution for you via TheVerge.com. This is an app. I believe this is an app that's been around for a little bit, but it's called Halide. Halide? Halide? Maybe. But yeah, the app will bring... It says it brings the iPhone 13 Pro's macro mode to your older phones. So I don't know how they're doing this. It's a 2.5 update, and you can see a little bit of comparison there of what it's. If I can get the slider to work, it's not working on a touch thing. There we go. There's your comparison right there.
Wow.
I'd say it works pretty well. There's a close-up on a flower, it looks like. So again, it's not the official macro mode. But they're able to do that. It uses a aforementioned Neuro Macro feature to upscale the image, allowing for sharp photos even when cropping in 2x or 3x. So I think they're just doing a little bit of algorithmic
computational photography.
Yeah. I think they're doing their own stuff there. You can purchase it for you can get it from the App Store and use it for the 7-day free trial for for a free 7-day free trial, and either purchase $2.99 a month or $11.99 per year subscription, or a flat $49.99 lifetime price up front. So it is additionally iPhone. So I think it's saying on the other ones. No, it says it's using the Apple Neuro engine. So it's using Apple stuff, so special stuff there, but in a different way than yeah. And it says that they briefly tested out the beta on the new update on their these photos are from an iPhone 12 Pro. So I don't know if your iPhone 8 is going to be doing good, but it does say it goes back to iPhone 8 in all releases since. So if you're still rocking one of those, somebody just showed me the iPhone 8 Plus the other day at one of the wrestling shows. You can get one of these features. So it's good to see. Good to see. Well, on that note, I think we got to wrap it up here. I think it's about time. I think it's about pumpkin time. Although we don't have Chilla to be Chilla pumpkin time, but still. Krause, thank you so much for hopping in at the last minute.
Anytime, man.
It's always good to have you on, and good more opportunities pop up for you to be on. So fantastic. Crazy Krause on the tweets. Wait, hey, what's your Twitch and your gamer tag again? If people want to follow,
Krause.
All Crazy Krause across the board.
All the Crazy Krause all the time.
There you go. Fantastic. Keep an eye out for that, and we gotta get a play date for sure. I'm going in the middle of nowhere, or I'd schedule one this week. And also, Katie, Dudders, you had adventures this weekend. You had Wrestle Ventures this weekend.
Yeah, and wrestling Steeler game.
And a Steeler game, yes.
Yeah, wrestle Steelers.
I was like, it was outside. It was on a field.
We actually won, which is even better. Fantastic. But they can follow your adventures on social media as well.
Kate Marie PGH on Instagram is most of my stuff, and then K Dudders on Twitter here and there.
There you go. We will be adventuring to upstate New York this week, and and I will be in Chicago actually on Saturday for a Warrior Wrestling on Fight TV pay-per-view that we'll be producing. So that's going to be fun. You're not coming along for that. That's just me. I'm going to New York, then flying into the show and meeting up with my wife out there.
Well, look at you just bouncing from one city to another.
Yeah. MMA the week after here in Pittsburgh, and then we're going to, I think we're all but confirmed for boxing in Boston Halloween weekend.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's going to be a trip. So only 9 hours away.
Yeah, Krause. So I'm like, we're going to New York. I'm like yeeting Sorg at LaGuardia, and then coming back to town to work the Penguins game on Saturday.
Oh, geez, you got to get back in time for that. Well, I'm not going to feel so bad about asking you to get up early to take me into the airport. Then.
Nope, I got
because I don't even know if I got my pre-check on the ticket because somebody got it for me. So I gave him my number, but I don't see anywhere on the notices, so I won't know until I get there if I have pre-check. I don't think. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. I've never had somebody buy me plane tickets before, so this is going to be a new experience for me. I don't even know what airline I'm on. I forget. It's like on Expedia, so. And I don't think they're an airline yet. So, yay! This will be fun. It'll be an experience.
Fine.
I hope I get there. So
will Sorg make it to Chicago?
That's kind of everything.
The Penguins game?
I'm getting really nervous. I'm supposed to get in there by 1:00, and I think we go live at 8 local time.
Oh wow! Okay.
So it's a lot of time it's about an hour from the venue is the airport, I think. Because we're in we're south of Chicago in Chicago Heights. It's not really Chicago. And there's corn, it's just outside of Chicago. But it'll be an interesting experience. And whether it's going well or badly, I'm sure I'm going to be tweeting about it. So, because I've been really mad at services the last 2 days. And maybe I'll rant for Patreon about what happened to Carvana and why I'm never going to use Carvana again. But anyways, thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you guys next time. You have been our awesome audience. Have an awesome week. This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.